5 good news stories of 2020. Bad news from all over the world is sometimes too overwhelming and stressful. So we've rounded up the most heartwarming and inspirational stories from across the globe. Here are 5 good news stories to uplift and inspire you to become hopeful. Welcome to the Good News series. This is the Life Hack Lion, the channel that gives you amazing life hacks and interesting facts. Since 2020 started, we've been bombarded with bad news. From Australian bushfire, coronavirus pandemic, to police brutalities, this year seems not getting any better. Well, these 5 good news stories are the exception. Number 5. Tulane researchers find a switch to turn off aggressive form of breast cancer growth. Researchers of Tulane University School of Medicine are celebrating a breakthrough in the fight against aggressive breast cancer. They have identified a gene that causes an aggressive form of breast cancer to rapidly grow. Most importantly, they have also discovered a way to turn it off and prevent cancer from occurring. The team led by Dr. Reza Izidpana examined the role that the TRA3IP2 gene and the RAB27A gene play in causing triple-negative breast cancer, or TNBC, the most aggressive form of breast cancers. Suppressing the expression of either gene led to a decline in both tumor growth and the spread of cancer to other organs. Izadpana says that when RAB27A was silenced, the tumor did not grow but was still spreading a small number of cancer cells to other parts of the body. However, when the TRAF3IP2 gene was turned off, they found no spread of the original tumor cells for a full year following the treatment. Even more beneficial, inhibiting the TRAF3IP2 gene not only stopped future tumor growth but caused existing tumors to shrink to undetectable levels. The results of their studies have been so compelling that the team is seeking FDA approval to begin clinical trials. Number 4. Nursing home in France stopped coronavirus from infecting any elderly in its care with a 47-night sleepover. When the COVID-19 shadow loomed large over France, the staff of a nursing home for seniors near Lyon has resolved that she would not allow the residents to become statistics. So, they did what no one else was doing. Valerie Martin runs the home in Corbis, where she cares for 106 people. When she heard what the coronavirus was doing to elderly people across Europe, she resolved that drastic action was needed to protect her residents. She completely closed the building and invited staff members and nurses to join her in lockdown. Fortunately, Valerie was not alone in her heroics, as 29 of her employees volunteered to stay. What they expected to be a 3-week quarantine turned into a marathon of 47 days and nights. But this did not stop the 12 staff members to remain in the nursing home the entire time. Their determination paid off on May 4, 2020, when the coronavirus tests came back negative for all 106 residents. The caregivers, who call themselves the happily confined, left in a parade of cars honking horns on their way back to reunions with pets, partners, and children. Number 3. First hybrid floating ocean platform can generate power from waves, wind, and solar. While everyone knows that renewable energy technology can produce electricity from the sun's rays, the force of the wind, and the power of the waves, the SynPower, a German company, made a clever innovation. It has developed a maritime energy generator that can generate power from the force of the water underneath as well as the wind and sun above. This generator was installed where the power of these 3 forces of nature are often strongest: the ocean. Dr. Philip Sin, CEO of SynPower, said that the floating platform can supply renewable energy to islands across the world and contribute to the worldwide implementation of offshore wind farms. The prototype, which started as a patent application merely 2 years ago, is now stationed off the coast of Greece. Also, it's being offered to solar energy companies as a golden opportunity to test and demonstrate photovoltaic arrays to be stationed on a fleet of future platforms. Number 2. Love conquers all. Luca Trapanese had long wanted to adopt a child, but that presented problems for a gay, single man in Italy. He has been told that he can only adopt a child with an illness, a severe disability, or behavioral problems. However, when he got a call from an orphanage informing him about a month-old baby named Alba with Down syndrome, he did not hesitate and rushed to meet the baby. Alba had been abandoned by her mother, who did not have the means to provide appropriate care for her. Due to the baby's condition, she had been rejected by 20 potential adoptive families. Thankfully, Luca stepped in and both their lives changed forever. Trapanese had been volunteering and working with the disabled since he was 14 years old, so he felt that he had the right experience to take care of Alba. He said that when he first held Alba in his arms, he was overwhelmed with joy and straight away felt that Alba is meant to be his daughter. Luca continues to challenge traditional family stereotypes and is extremely proud of doing so. Luca and Alba have amassed over 250,000 followers on Instagram, where they share life's best moments with the world. And the best story there is. Number 1. Community welcomes first baby koala since devastating bushfires. The Australian Reptile Park in Sydney has welcomed a very special addition to its native wildlife family. Keepers have named her Ash because she is the first koala joey born at the park since the devastating Black Summer bushfires. Ash was born in January but was spending time in her mother's pouch. Recently, the baby peeked out and appeared to be a healthy 5-month-old koala joey. With estimates of more than 800 million animals killed in blazes across New South Wales alone, koalas face the threat of extinction according to the International Fund for Animal Welfare. However, the park announced little Ash's birth as a sign of hope for the future of Australia's native wildlife. The koala joey also represents the start of another successful breeding season. The park reopened to the public from June 1, which is a good thing for the animals who could be missing their human visitors. Do you know some other good news from around the world? Or do you have any requests for our next video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you find this video interesting, we'd love you to support us for more life hacks and interesting facts.